Morning, morning, morning. What's up, Mel? Mighty One, Zach, Eric, Alexis, you got served, yo. Dividend, Mighty One, Spicy, Deep, and SF. And yes, I don't know why YouTube does that either, but yes, it is automatically setting. Well, it'll randomly do it, but it'll automatically set your video quality to like super low. So make sure you check that as well as. I mean, there's two things you have to check. It's kind of annoying, but make sure you check live. Click that. Make sure there's a red dot going there, and then the settings button, auto. Make sure it says 1080p or whatever you need it at, because it will change your auto video quality setting for genuinely no reason. So, yeah, very weird. Who even wants crappy? Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. I don't. You can't watch the videos even at that quality. Like, has YouTube ever reviewed their own content before? Like, if you actually go back and watch videos at that quality, it's almost impossible. You'd have to almost be on a phone for some of those qualities to even like be viewable. It doesn't get better with the bigger screen. What's up, Teresa? Good morning. I guess we could run through the chart real quick. I'll turn this back on so I can see everything. So basically, you're already bullish. We already broke over. You just need to see a continued hold of 448.20 to 448.50s. You can see they already jumped up to 450 just about, which 449.50 is the next level. Above that, you have 450.25. Remember what we said. It's pretty much every 25 or 20 cent level from here on. It's like every dollar up until like 460, you know. So be very careful moving forward. Bigger time frame, a little easier to look at. And here I can just pull up what I already typed so we're not having to like, you know, all this stuff. So there's the link. Here we go. So a holdover 448.20s to 450 can be very bullish. This invalidates a potential daily time frame lead test. Key levels to retake for bulls today on the daily time frame. Again, just kind of reiterating it again. You can see if you go from your latest high to your latest low, again, it's a nice break of structure, nice return to support to possibly hold. Then they get a good reaction off of it. A good bearish kicker, inverted hammer, turning a lot of people bearish at a good spot, too. It's not a bad spot. And then we get that indecisive candle, and that's on the daily. Wait, hold up. Then I said levels to keep on watch today, 448.20 to 448.50. Again, just watching that highlighted area you guys see on my screen. But before I start, let's go back to the daily. Zoom in again. Whoops. Zoom in again. And you can see there's that bearish kicker, hammer at resistance, and then here's that indecisive candle. So we're basically seeing where are we going from this indecisive candle. We're going to be opening a little bit higher, just above this level here. So we're opening above one of the levels. Maybe we get a day like this. Who knows? But if we can push towards and over 450, basically, this will be a very good initial sign. If we can get over 451.50, this would be a great sign, a great initial sign for bulls moving forward. If we can't do any of that, this is going to be weak, and we'll most likely return back to 445. So just keep that in mind, that if strength is not continued, that we probably will pull back, and that if tech does not participate in this rally, you are going to experience more blood today. You can see Apple hasn't really budged. AMD up against resistance still. Microsoft, okay, we'll give this one. This one is actually moving up very well. They're making a new high as we speak. They're at 339.50. Sorry, it's a bigger time frame level. So it looks like above that we could look for more strength. Nvidia watching their pre-market high, their previous day highs for strength. Amazon, same story, watching pre-market highs and our 146.20 level there for more strength. Tesla looking to really see, does 270.70 to 272 hold? Does that continue to pump, or do we get a dump under that level there? We'll see. Google, good strength at open or right before open. Meta at resistance before open, so that one's going to be really good to watch. Netflix as well. So we got a lot of good watches. So let's go back to this time frame. Let's go to this. Let's turn this off. Let's zoom in. Let's get our pan tool. Touch that for a second so you can even mess with it. And then scroll up a little bit to where 450.25 is at the top of your screen. because we're going to be starting about here. So, and let's make sure our time axis is good. Just make sure it's 10. There we go. Now we're ready. It'd also be good to go check through these real quick, but I'm not even going to bother today. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is really the big important day of the week. There you guys go. We are opening a lot higher. I want audio only mode on YouTube. Oh, that I could see what you're saying. It's not better on a phone. Good morning, D-Touch. Good morning, E. Good morning, Carnage. You're bearish under 446 and looking to hold previous day high. Sounds like a good plan. What's up, Jay? What's up, Peoples? What's up, Sandollar? Thank you for the likes on stream. Thank you, Sandollar. When the F is yellow, I think it's 6 months. Let's see. I'll show you on stream so I don't look stupid. Membership, show perks info. Yeah, 6 months. So you're uno mas month. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sylvia. Good morning, Jason. A lot of good names in here. What's up, guys? Good morning, Dividend Bull. He said still a long ways to go. It's like literally a month. And who knows, Leland's probably like right on the cusp of it. So we got Apple pushing lower at open, AMD at resistance at open. Microsoft's up, but they are also at resistance. See if they can hold 339.50 for more, or if they're going to slow down there. See some ranging happen. Nvidia also rejecting 460 basically, so keep eyes if they retake 460 or not. Amazon's at a good spot. They're still holding bullish supports. Tesla looked weak at first. Looks like they're trying to retake a good area, so we'll see if that continues to coil or if they're going to actually break out soon. They coiled a lot yesterday too. Google up against resistance at 137.75. You can see if they want to hold this gap fill to the downside at 136.70. They end up holding that. That'd be a really good sign for bulls to try and move higher again. Meta getting a good hold of support, 306, 307 area. Netflix got a little bit more weak. Banks participated in the higher open. So did energy. And so did healthcare. But all of those are pretty weak. Some of them moving higher, some of them moving lower. Nothing really moving like a lot, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Still holding previous day highs. What is everyone's top watch on stream? If you guys have anything in particular on watch, let me know. Love to hear from you. Good morning, Henry. I recognize that name. What's up, Zaytoven? Watching IWM breaking past pre-market high. Great call out. Good morning, Fitz. Again, guys, main concern is watching the previous day highs hold. We're watching the 15-minute to be a little bit more relaxed. It's only been 5 minutes on the market open so far. But let me know what your top watches are in the YouTube chat. Type it out. Send it off. As well as if you have any updates. But be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. It does help out the channel a ton. Definitely help out a lot. So thank you if you do. Good morning, Christian. How you doing, man? You're looking at Palantir. Yeah, I'll go through some of the requests in a little bit. I was just wanting to see what everyone was looking at. Palantir's a good one, though. I haven't looked at them in a while, though. I remember the massive pump. I remember part of a pullback. So I'm sure a lot of people are probably looking for reversal back to the upside. Over time, of course. Watching SPY to see if it can break the 448.50 area. Good look, Sylvia. I mean, I'm just seeing a lot of indecisive opens. I don't think anything's like super bearish or bullish. I just think you're getting indecisive opens. So again, just watch for more comfortable price action to pop up. I mean, I've seen a lot of these tickers go up, down, and they're still sitting at the same percentile pretty much. I mean, I think Apple's probably moved the most, which is weird because all they really did was dump, open lower, and now they're trying to hold. You have AMD rejecting resistance. Whoops. Here, we'll turn on a EMA for you guys today. But I'm not sitting on the 5 minute. Here, we'll do the 10 minute. No, no, no. 10. There we go. If you guys know Devin Strat, the Nerdy Bicep, he likes to look for double candles, multiple candles over or under the 9 EMA on the 10 minute. If you get one and then the other, then it's of course indecisive and you have to wait for more price action to pop up. But really good passive strat just to kind of lazily look at that does help. 9 EMA is a very good short EMA trend if you even want to keep it on. Just kind of a lazy indicator to put on. You're watching the 15 minute today. Powerful time frame. Powerful time frame. Try to switch to my flexible grid too. Here, wait, let's do this. No, 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 no. 1 day, 5 minute. There we go. You got your 1 minute, you got your 5 minute, you got your 15 minute. And then we got our 10 minute. And you can see all 4 of them are showing the same thing. Just a slight hold of support so far. Really just seeing can we get some more price action above the previous day highs, which would be good for the bulls. Bears, of course, wanting to invalidate that by breaking the previous day high supply. Good morning, David. Good to see you, man. Creator Trade says, watching the S&P 500 ETF. Man, you'd be surprised. You make that joke, but I have legit had people ask me, are the S&P 500 and SPY the same thing? So, you make that joke, but these are actual conversations. I wasn't joking about that the other day. That was a legit thing that happened. Hey, are these the same thing? I just kind of like looked at them for a second like, wait, what? Like, bro, it literally says S&P 500 like in the name. Like I don't know. I don't know what more to like help someone with on that one. It's like, bro, you're not even looking around at that point. That's not even like a you didn't know thing. You're not even looking. I just thought it was funny. It wasn't really that bad. I wouldn't make it fun of him or nothing. But pretty funny, because I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Out of all the hundreds of questions I've been given, I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Alright, so Apple doing really good. King of the market, trying to show some strength, which is good. It's great. I went into chat and I said, King of the market, leading direction like always. Posted this 4 times this week. Start watching the King more. 5 times last week, 5 times the week before. Apple is by far the greatest single market indicator. So I'm always confused when people are like, oh, I don't watch tech. I'm like, huh? You don't watch the largest piece of the cake? Okay. So you don't watch the stock market then. It's like, what? That is an ugly potential 3-bar play to the downside on the 5-minute SPY chart. That is, of course, only the first 10 minutes. And all it shows is a higher open, a pullback, and then a hold of support. So that's a very good bullish sign so far. So again, as long as we see 448.20 to 448.50s hold, we should see an increase to the upside. And if that breaks, though, we should see a pullback. Keep it simple, guys. Yo, what is up? There's 70 people in here. What's going on? How are y'all doing? Alright, let's go back through some of these weights. Start with healthcare, then we'll lead into tech, because that'll probably be the most important one. But healthcare's sector, second largest sector. You can see ABBV got a push up, J&J the exact opposite, UNH the exact opposite. So 2 out of your top 3 healthcare pulling back. Energy starting higher, looks like they're holding some of their strength. Bank starting higher, also getting a little bit of a pullback. Netflix, nothing but a pullback since the open. They got a lower open. Meta looks super bullish, honestly, holding 306 to 307 area. It looks like a squeeze is going on, though. As you can see, its highs are converging as well as its lows, so watch for a squeeze breakout on that one. Google looks good as well, just like Meta, so in the same sector, holding a good support, dropping down, holding previous day close, and moving off of it. So it looks like they just need to push over 137.70s, and that can be good for that chart. Tesla looks like I said 270.70s to 272. If those hold, it can be a very good sign towards 275. Looks like they're still in between that jump rope area, though, that we talked about yesterday. Amazon got a bit of a pullback, but have not broke anything significant. They need to break 143.50s, it looks like, to actually get more of a pullback happening here. But really, 143.10 it really needs to break before they really start picking that up. So they got a little bit of room there. Nvidia kind of stuck under that bigger time frame level, basically 460, as well as where they opened and pulled down to. So we'll see if that ends up continuing or not. A lot of these charts are just kind of stuck in between things right now, so you're really just looking for a break or a retest of anything. AMB's got a really good break of previous day close. If they can maintain under previous day close, and it looks like the 5-minute 9 EMA, that does look good for puts. But if that retakes and holds this little low right here, as well as right here, a previous day close, that can be good for bulls again back towards previous day high supply. But still looks kind of ugly. And Apple is still leading the direction to the upside, so looks like buyers are still present on part of tech sector. You can see SPY is a little bit indecisive. Multiple sectors are trying to hold. Some of them are pulling back. Some of them are getting a push up. Some of them are mixed, you know. So you're getting a mixed reaction on SPY with this higher open. You got people, because again, you were down here at 446.50. We're opening up here at basically 449. I mean, you got a lot of people who are going to instantly take profits. So that could be what this is. You got people who are turning bearish because they think it'll come back down instantly. You got people who are bullish because they think the higher open is bullish. So you got a lot of mixed trading happening at the market open. A lot of the time, I'll see some of you guys trade this open too, and then you'll get mad at yourself. And I'm like, what? Don't get mad at yourself. You know, it's a mixed emotion market open. So of course it's going to be, I guess, kind of a pain in the ass to trade. You know, so don't rush. Don't force anything. Don't jump into a bunch of these trades yet. Just wait. Just be passive. Man, after not using a 9 EMA for a while, it kind of throws you off looking at it again. Meta looks so good. Still just seeing a mixed emotion open. Is there news at 10 a.m.? Let me pull it up for you. There is. Yes, there is. This says 9, but I'm pretty sure that's because that's Eastern. So yes, 10. But it's just business inventories month over month. This isn't even actually that important. I mean, you might see a small reaction, but it's not as important as what already came out. A lot of the focus was CPI yesterday. Today was ECB data because of Europe and their interest rates. Jobless claims in the U.S. as well as retail sales and PPI. A lot of core and non-core information came out today on PPI, which a lot of it was just slightly positive. Some of it was neutral, it looks like. So, pretty much in line with what I said yesterday, if anybody was in here. We were talking about how a lot of the data is just probably going to come out pretty boring this time around. And it did. But boring is sometimes good, as you can see. Higher open. That means, nothing's getting worse. So that could also be a good relief, sign of relief. The ECB forecasted assume an exchange rate of 109 in 2023, 2024, and 2025. Let's see what else happened here. PPI and retail sales comes in hotter than expected. S&P 500 weakened. Dollar and US 2-year yield strengthened. ECB, the governing... By the way, this is all at 7:30 in the morning. A lot of this is being said. The governing council considers that the key ECB interest rates have reached levels that maintain for a sufficiently long duration, and they will make for a substantial contribution to the timely return. EUR weakened, and then ECB interest rate actual 4.5%. The forecast was 4.25. Previous was 4.25, so a little bit of a surprise for them. Citi expects Fed to skip a rate hike in September and to deliver a 25-point hike in November. China cuts Citigroup. China cuts blah blah blah. BOE rate to peak at 5.5%. Okay, we already know about half of this stuff. Alright, good. And then the last notable earnings of the week. Adobe after hours today for anybody who cares about earnings, and then there's nothing tomorrow, so won't even have to talk about that tomorrow on full day Friday. And then I'll update briefing to see if anything else is said, but I don't think anything was. Oh, nope, there was a huge update. Alright, so this was as of 8:14 or 9:14 Eastern Standard Time. Blah, 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 blah. The August PPI index, sorry, I just said index twice. The August PPI for final demand increased 0.7% month over month, following a 0.3% increase in July. The index for final demand, which excludes food and energy, this is your more core, increased 0.2% month over month, which was expected, as it did in CPI as well, with excluded sectors being the main concern for increased numbers these past few months, but part of it also with non-core sectors. So the key takeaway for the report is that 80% of the rise in final demand prices was attributed to a 2% jump in the index for final demand goods, which was driven by a 10.5% increase in prices for the final demand energy. That understanding softens the blow of headline surprise for the index for final demand. However, until energy prices come back down, concerns about rising inflation's expectations and the Fed holding higher for longer will persist. So guys, bullish on energy equals inflation still here. So just remember that. Also guys, housing market has not changed. Numbers have only gotten worse. Some of them have even slowed down, yet housing prices have been stagnant. Some of them have even been reported to be going up. So energy, housing has still almost not changed since the beginning of this entire inflation started. So keep in mind, housing and energy, these are two sectors in the future over the next few months, few year or so even, that you can watch for any kind of actual economic recovery in the markets. So you start seeing energy become cheaper, you start seeing housing become cheaper, interest rates going down, people are able to move around more. That is when you can truly say the economy is trying to bounce again. We are not there. But why is the stock market up? Because of the relief. This is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people are always confused by, why is the stock market up, yet it still feels like we're in the same hell? Well, that's okay. We've been getting short-term relief this whole time. What is the stock market, guys? It's a forward-looking indicator, right? Who all knew that? Show me some reactions or some emojis, but who all knew that the market was actually a forward-looking indicator? Meaning we're not looking at the stock market for today. This could be the stock market 6 months. This could be our economy 6 months from now. This is what we're looking at. This could be 8 months ahead. This could be 9 months ahead. This could be a year ahead for all we know. We have no idea. A lot of it is priced in. A lot of it is already set stone. It's really just reactive now. Exactly. You guys have got it. All right, cool. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that, though. You know, that we're actually looking at months from now. This isn't today's economy that we're looking at. And a lot of people don't understand that. And so it confuses them, too, when they're like, well, how come we're going up on bad news or we're going down? Like, people will see, AMD, they just, I'm not saying, this is just an example, satire, this didn't actually happen, I'm just using it as an example, but let's say AMD fired 10,000 people, or 20,000, 50,000 people, a large margin of their employee count, right? So, that would be bad, right? In your head, you're like, damn, that stock's gonna fall. People are gonna be like, that's stupid, why are they doing that, blah, 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 company's in a bad shape. But in reality, and I'm not saying every single time. Every time is different. Every scenario is different. Every company is different. But let's say in this scenario that pumps the stock price, which has happened in a lot of cases over the past few weeks, past few months, right? And that pumps it, right? Why is it going up? Can anybody tell me why a stock price would go up, yet they're letting go a lot of people that work for their company? Can anybody let me know why that is the case? Let's see who knows what they're talking about. AM dying. Exactly. Profit margin, more revenue. If they have less people to pay, then they're going to be making more money, not less. So as a forward-looking indicator, as a chart, what is that chart going to do? Thinking about the future, again, not today, not thinking about all these people that just got let go, but in the future thinking about the extra revenue coming in, right? So as a forward-looking indicator, a chart, price is going to go up most of the time. But please drop some emojis, drop a like on the stream if that made sense to you. But this is a lot of stuff that people don't like to talk about because it's kind of weird. It's in your head it makes sense, when you're thinking about it. But when you actually try to put it out into words, it's very hard. It's very, very hard to actually articulate what the hell you're looking at. So I hope y'all enjoy some of that info. But just remember, everything you're looking at is a forward-looking indicator. Tesla has a decent looking 80% playing out. Good looks creator. SPY and AMD pulling back. Good update. About to get rising volume over pre-market high. Good update. Yeah, SPY is still holding previous day highs, so just keep that in mind. Apple still holding 9 EMA as well as 175 on the smaller time frames. AMD did pull away, so if you did take the trade idea that we talked about this morning on AMD, again, you were looking for a break of 107.74. You were looking for a continued break of the not previous day low with this little eve that we have here. So good job if anybody was focused on that idea. I do like AMD a lot, so you'll see me do ideas for that one a ton. Microsoft, bit of a pullback, but still holding a very good area, previous day highs. Nvidia, looks like they just went for that gap fill, could be looking for a bounce here. Like I said with Amazon earlier, I said you could break this area, you could break this area, totally fine. But if they break this area, that's not totally fine. This is the 143.10 is the area to watch, and that's where they're bouncing from, so keep that in mind. Tesla, potential higher low, little bit of weakness here. We'll see if they can get through 275 or not. Google did pull back, good update, whoever said that on trade floor. Got a bit of a pullback on that. Meta holding beautifully. Still holding 306, 307. We'll see if that continues, or we'll see if that dissipates and see them slowly give up that support like Meta. Meta is very weak today. I mean, Netflix, not Meta. Netflix is very weak today, but see if that same look happens on Meta. I mix those up a lot because they're literally in the same sector, even though they're not even close to the same type of company. I bet y'all do that too sometimes. Y'all are like if you look at like semiconductors, you know, sometimes you'll look at NVIDIA and be like AMD, or you'll look at AMD and think NVIDIA, or, you know, Apple, Microsoft. It always throws me off sometimes, but it's another one of those things, like I was saying earlier, like it's like, you know, in your head what's right and wrong, but like sometimes when you say it out loud, it's like hard to actually say or like break down or articulate. It's very weird. And again, that's just, again, kind of breaking into that category that we were talking about yesterday, understanding, you know, being able to understand. Like, yes, you probably know something, but you don't understand it completely yet. That's totally fine. That's why we were talking about reiterating things and breaking them down to a further extent, the most simple form, so you can memorize them as best as possible. Sorry guys, I was getting a link and typing in Discord trying to get people some info. I don't know why I can't speak and type at the same time. Bulls are dumb. I am also sad to Leland. Oh yeah, we're looking for more of a pullback. I think a lot of us were. Apple's starting to show some potential for a pullback. They have a double top here at the same 175.50s. Two very bearish candles popping up at the same spot. So that could be the beginning of a potential pullback, but we'll see. Again, they are still holding previous day lows very well. Microsoft still holding above previous day highs pretty well. So you still have a lot of good weights holding bullish supports. Nvidia, even though they look ugly, they are still holding a very good gap from the overnight move. Overnight and morning move. See if that continues. Amazon's weak. I would like to see that break 143.10 before anybody goes short on that. Tesla still seeing indecisiveness. That could be because of Amazon weakening. Google still rejecting 136.90s. They broke under it a little bit ago. 10 minutes later, they're still rejecting it. So we'll see if they maintain under that or if they retake. Talked about Meta's 306, 307 area. Talked about the continued weakness on Netflix. Still just seeing mixed emotions trading at market open. If you guys are in the Discord, make sure to type mixed emotions trading at the open on Discord. I'd love to see how many of you guys are paying attention. Mixed emotion trading at the open. I repeat, mixed emotion trading at the open. And I hope that makes sense. Only type that in Discord if that makes sense to you. Because if it doesn't, that's okay. Just ask. Hey, why is that? Why is it mixed? What do you mean, Bueller? I said, God, I love live streaming. You people are great. Y'all should see Tradeful right now. Mixed emotion trading at the just everybody. Now you know who's here and who's not. Everyone who's not in stream is like, what the hell is going on? We're getting spammed, but it's by members. What's going on? The one time you get to spam and you won't get banned. If you know, you know. Yo, thank you guys for typing that. You guys are seriously like the greatest group of people ever. And I only do that too because I feel like it kind of instills some of this information. You might think it's stupid, but I'm being serious. You know, doing these little tidbits, doing these little things where you type it out or you say it to me or just answering me. You might think that I'm doing that for interaction. I don't give a rat's ass about interaction. I'll sit here quiet for 3 hours and trade and have fun. What I'm doing it for is to reiterate it into your head. I need you to remember these things. I don't want to repeat something and then you have to ask me again every other day. I shouldn't have to repeat myself 100 times. Now, yes, we will be repeating ourselves a lot, but we don't need to be repeating ourselves too many times about the same basic things. You know, supply, demand, the levels, you know, a lot of this stuff is basic. We shouldn't have to go over it a million times in a row. So make sure you are paying attention, and I'm glad to see a lot of you guys are, and kicking ass. Again, it's okay if you aren't succeeding, but what I care about is that you're progressing. I want to see you progress. So I don't want to see anybody quit. I don't want to see anybody leave. You know, I want to see you guys just focus. It's okay if you're a slow learner. That's okay. It's okay to be slow. What's not okay is to quit, to stop. You can go as slow as you want. But I do a lot of that, so you guys keep the information in your head. It's really hard to if you just say it once or look at it once or hear it once. You know, it's like, how do you expect you to remember that, you know? But we go over a lot of these things multiple times a day, so I hope a lot of you guys get some of those lessons down and honestly just remember things better. I know some of you don't have that problem, some of you do, but memory is everything. JC Invest, I see you. How is everyone on stream? How you guys doing? What are you guys looking at? God, there's either someone pulling their trash can around in the street, it just sounds crazy, or it's lightning outside. I can't tell. It's like actually this, or not lightning, thunder. It's like the same noise almost. SPY trying to lose previous day highs. Keep that on watch. And there is that pullback on SPY. Like I said, mixed emotions at open. We don't really have any stable info. You're again just looking for a continued hold of those previous day highs. It seems to be failing short term here on the 5-minute. Again, it's just a small break so far. Nothing super significant yet. Your bigger time frames have not really given you anything yet. Your 15-minute is just now shaping up. You go down to your 30-minute, it's just now shaping up. So really just still seeing an initiating move. I would still just kind of relax, wait to see what's going on. I would say tomorrow you'll get a lot better opportunity on some of your intraday trading, especially in the early morning, which a lot of you guys are more acclimated to trading in. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Apple gave up a little bit off that double top we talked about. AMD continued lower, made a new low. They're still getting buyers catching up. Microsoft's still holding previous day high. Nvidia's still trying to hold on to that higher low from end of day. Guys, I'm still seeing a potential hold of previous day highs. I mean, like I said, even if you do get this little pullback, you might want to chill because, I mean, we're still getting a lot of good bounces on a lot of weights, and I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing. Some of them aren't reacting, though. Like, I know you guys saw Apple still kind of chilling. I know you guys saw AMD kind of chilling. Some of them didn't even react. So again, still getting mixed emotion trading at the open, and we are 45 minutes into the open. I'm gonna type that out now. I don't even know how I'm supposed to reply to this. Alright, I'm back in stream, guys. Sorry, I had to handle something very serious. I wanted to make sure somebody was okay. As some of you may know, I care about my members sometimes more than myself. But I wanted to make sure homie was good, and homie is good. Homie is very good. So you guys have me again. Sorry about that. I know I was typing a shit ton. Y'all are probably tired of hearing that. I see some roasting is already happening. Love that ASMR. It was ASMR. Jesus. But I'm not even going to go over what I just was typing, but just in short, I'll always have like a couple members here and there. And it's always like, I'm not going to say weird, because it's not weird. It's definitely normal. But like unique psychological situations, I should say. I don't know. Just some people either sometimes feel left out, or some people feel like there's too much going on, or this or that. You know, there's just some side stuff around the chat. And I always take that so fucking serious. Like, to them it might be like a small thing, or to other people listening and it might be like a small thing, like, oh, they're just, you know, complaining about this or that. Like, no, they're not complaining. Like, they're serious. Like, this is bothering them. You know, like, let's fix this. Let's establish this. The only way to establish this is by saying it. You know, hey, do this, do that. Bam. This is the page we're on. Let's stay on that page. You know, or let's do this, or let's do that. You know, and then I'm trying to say all this without revealing too much, but there's just a lot going on. But I always take that shit serious, though. Whenever, like, a member feels out of place or feels hurt or anything like that, you know, I take that so serious because I want this to be a super, super comfortable place for everyone in here. I want this to be a place where you can all have a great time trading. You know, it's not just like, let's not just do good in trading. Let's have a fun time while also do good in trading. Let's make this simple and more effective. You know, why does everything have to be so confusing and complex? And it doesn't have to be. Nothing has to be like that. You know, and that's how it is here in this server. Let's just keep it clear. Let's short and sweet. Bam, done. No extra shit on the side. You know, just that's it. And yes, possible lead test on the 5-minute good call out. You can draw that from here to the low, and then jump down to your 1 minute, and you can look for a better entry, like right now against the control point. Control point golden pocket area. Good find by Dividend Bull. Great call out. Peoples, don't even say it. Do not say it, Peoples. Leland's like, no, I don't see what you see because I have my eyes closed. I don't even know if I should be drawing that fib dividend, to be honest with you. I'm going to delete that, actually. Because we're kind of ignoring the most important aspect of this chart, and that would be the previous day high. Which, to this cent, just bounced, so... I would say that's key. I would say that was literally just a perfect test. Let's not go... I mean, you could still draw your fib if you want for information, but I don't know if I'd take a trade on that lead test. I'll be honest with you. Because that's not just a pullback. That's like, yo, we need to show that we hold this support kind of pullback. That's not like a, ooh, we're breaking consolidation. Let's get a lower high retest in order so we can break down further. Like, no, that's a bullish test right there. Leland trades on feel and not looking at charts like you normies. He just puts his hand on his monitor. He just flat across the screen. And he just feels the vibe of the chart. Can you explain the golden pocket? You can also check out the playlist on the channel. Ghost Mode Photography, if I don't give you a good enough explanation here. But in short, let me zoom on over to a part of the chart we can mess up. Okay, come on. Let me zoom in enough to draw here. Alright, so let's say you get a price breakout, right? And then price consolidates, right? And then they make this lower high, and then they, they consolidate for a little bit. But then they break support. Oh no, this very common support just finally broke. A lot of traders jump into this move, and this is the wrong move to jump in. If you catch this and you get quick scalps, great, good for you. But that's not a high probability trade. You're literally trading a less than 0.5% trade there. You're literally 50-50 in there, right? But what can we draw on this breakdown? Let's say we get a good breakdown here. What can we draw here? Let's say price finally starts to kind of settle here and slow down a little bit. What can we draw here? A fib, right? We can draw from this support or from this high, and you can draw, okay, well, down to where we broke down before slowing down. I can see we caught around, blah, 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 in this example, 447.88, right? So in this example, let me redraw some of my, what is all this? Let me redraw some of my lines real quick. But you get that bounce, right? They slow down, whatever, whatever happens here. And then they slowly work themselves up back to this area, right? This is called the control point or the midpoint. That's this 50% number here. It's just a fancy way of saying halfway. And then the 65%, it's actually 61.8 up to 65%, which is the golden pocket. But we just include all of this because it covers a good small marginable area. But in this area, we call the golden pocket. That's just what it's called. And in this area, you look for any kind of bearish candlesticks to pop up, and then you can catch good short-term breaks. And for information as well. It's not just for taking trades. Let's say price takes this, and they hold over it. Well, that's a pretty damn good example of price trying to turn bearish and retaking as bullish. Again, very short-term. And you could use this on bigger time frame, too. I'm just showing you on smaller. But in short, that's what you can do with fibs. For lead test at least. Now let's go find another example we can do them with. So same drawing. So let's say you just want to get information out of the chart. You see this big bullish rally, right? And then you see price kind of slow down and then get a little bit of a bounce, right? Somewhere. Well, let's say this was the breakout level. This was a common resistance or common support. In either direction you can use this topic. For information. So you'd go from that move to the top of that move before it slowed down, right? And if it was to stay above this area, then it is still short-term bullish. If it was to break this area, it is short-term pulling back to at least 100%, and you can at least say, hey, well, at least more selling pressures picking back up, and there's a chance of breaking that common support. In other cases, resistance. But it can be used for information. It can be used for taking really high probability trades. Why did I just re-add those? Let me actually type right here. I should do this more. People really like having these like examples like this. Sorry guys, I'll read you what I'm typing. I said spy on, I don't know why I typed DP. Spy on fire with that hold. Remember all we said today is whoever has control of that has control of direction. Mike, I swear to God. I knew someone was going to make a comment. You literally made the best comment ever. What's up, Taylor? How's it going? Like the stream. Thank you, Dividend Bull. Oh, what's up, everybody? There's still over 80 people in here. That's crazy. I do apologize for the excessive typing. I have been doing a pretty crazy amount of typing today. Thank you. That made sense. I definitely wasn't trying to pull away from stream. I'll check vids. Oh, totally fine, man. It's okay. You're good. I'm happy to explain things. I was just letting you know in case I don't give you a good enough explanation, or maybe I go too quick. Some people say I talk too fast, and when I'm on stream, I'm not trying to sit on one topic too long. But if you go to playlist, and then go to Fibs, ignore my extras playlist. I was watching comedy skits. These 4 videos really have almost everything you need. I haven't had to add to it. There might even be... Let me check. There might even be another video since then. Let me see. When was the last one? 2 months ago, probably. Yeah, this has a fib related into it. You know, anything that has lead test in it will have a fib in it, a Fibonacci breakdown. This has it. I don't think I talk about fibs in this. I'd be surprised, but you might see me break down just good price action. I would watch this. How you should view your stop loss. I'm honestly surprised this only has 360 views. It kind of annoyed me that I went to YouTube. Check this out. This is going to blow your mind. So if you go to YouTube and type in anything with stop loss in it, right? I'm not joking. This is going to blow your mind. If you go to any part of YouTube and try to find a good stop loss video, actually watch it. I'm serious. Actually listen. Don't just watch all the pretty colors on the chart. Don't watch all the aesthetically pleasing green and red or the support resistance that they draw, which I also do in my video. But what they don't do in every single one of these videos is actually break down what is a stop loss and how you should view it. They just break it down like you're a computer, but you're not a computer. Yes, it would be nice to work towards being a computer, but you're not. I'm not. None of us are, right? It'd be great to work towards that, but we aren't computers. We're not robots, right? So we're not going to be able to think like that, right? We can work towards it. So let's think about how you should view your stop loss. I would definitely check out that video, but I'm not joking. Go to YouTube, watch 10 stop loss videos, then go watch mine right here. And I'm not doing this to be like jerked off. I don't care about you guys saying how good I am or how great this video. I don't care about that. I want you to watch an effective video that actually breaks down what the hell you're looking at, what an actual stop loss is, how you should view it in terms of what your entry is. I talk about tempo, I talk about awareness. You know, too many times I see people say, "Oh, just set a trailing stop, just set a stop loss limit." That's such a lazy ass thing. Look, I said trailing stop and there's a thumbnail for it. I said set stop, there it is. I said what was the other one? Stop limit, there it is. These are all such vague things to go over with people, and yes, they are very good methods for a just vague stop loss, but they don't talk about the tempo, the awareness, everything that's going into how you should view your stop loss in any scenario, right? All right, let's break it down with the chart. So, any day you get a move to the upside, right? You're going to have breakout traders. This is a different stop loss. They're going to have a different stop loss than the person who's looking for a trade as a retest, right? And the guy who's looking for a lead test or a guy who's looking for a base build, right? They're not going to have the same stop loss as the guy who's taking an open range breakout. Every trade is different. Now, let's also go a little deeper than that. So not only is every trade different, now, yes, you want to try to limit it to the exact same style, though. You know, if you're taking a 40% entry, focus on that. Who cares what the chart looks like? Focus on what you're looking at, right? But let's also think about it like this. When do you ever get a 40% entry or an 80% entry or a buy the dip or a lead test and it looks the exact same as the other one? They won't always be the exact same. Sometimes you're going to get a little bit different variation of price action on that chart, right? So in a lot of these videos, though, they don't cover that, and it kind of got on my nerves that I kept trying to watch these videos because somebody asked me to make a stop loss video. So I was like, all right, let's go across YouTube. Let's see, you know, what everybody else makes. Let's see what they cover. Let's see if there's some points I can touch upon that aren't there. And I was actually, to my surprise, shocked that nobody had actually covered what is an actual stop loss. Like, actually covering how you should think about it, what it feels like when you're in a trade, the different variations you're going to see. So it really blew my mind that this didn't get more views because it was like, you know, I feel like everybody was asking me for like a stop loss video, but then I don't know. It's just weird. I just watched that video. It's seriously amazing. I took a lot of my time on that because I really did like, I even wrote out stuff like what to remember to say, because it kind of blew my mind that like, we talk about tempo and awareness so much in here and how, like, I don't know. I want people to watch that video. Also, this one, a lot of you guys always ask me for how I draw my zones, and I have a playlist for it. So I have all this stuff. So just check it out. But this is the video to go check out. It's how to chart supply and demand using just the previous day, pretty much, on the 5-minute. And I did this video in less than 5 minutes, so it won't take long. If you type zones or supply or demand in the search bar on my channel, on the video section, you will get, I think, 2 or 3 other videos. There's only one other video besides that that's pretty big on supply and demand. Stop loss that's in my imagination. AMD possible lead test, rising volume, bull could be risky. Y'all focus up. Tesla pushing hard. Yeah, they're getting a nice move. Holding a good area too. Whereas before they were kind of jump roping it, but today they have a good established move away from it, a good established move holding it, and now they have a good push into 275. I could see, again, if market continues holding and pushing higher, I could see Tesla reach 280s, 290s from here. 300 again. A lot of you guys were talking about the psychological 300 being hit. I could see that happening. There's a reasonable reason for it now. Before it was just, you know, far target, but nowadays there actually is a reason for us possibly seeing those levels get hit. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin's up today. The dollar is slightly up today. SPY is up today, and that's another thing I wanted to touch up on is like anytime you guys see SPY and the dollar up at the same time, it's not a horrible thing. But if you start to see it more over time, yes, then essentially you're seeing your market squeeze, because they shouldn't be moving up multiple days in a row together, multiple prints in a row together. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for 50 likes on the stream. That is incredible. Thank you guys if you are some of the people. I know some of you guys have been sharing my stream around. I can see who referrals and all that. It like shares external links and stuff. But thank you guys again for sharing the stream around. You guys are, I mean, almost the whole reason that these streams even get these many views. So thank you guys again. Without you guys, these streams would be dead as hell. So thank you. New high of day on SPY, guys. Can we get some green candlesticks in the chat? Green candlesticks in the chat. We finally have a new high of day. Pretty much a bullish engulfing, holding previous day high, and now we're finally, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost 30 minutes later making that new high of day. 25 to 30 minutes. I'm in chat. Dividend, Rambo, Matty Clams, all dropping the green candlesticks. There's Leland. There's the green candlestick. Oh. Oxygen was leaving me. And I think this weekend I'm gonna start on something pretty special for you guys. This upcoming week, I want to bring in some people onto stream that I think are gonna blow y'all's mind. But basically, I want to bring in this like little private group of people I've been working with over the past couple months. I selected them, I handpicked them out of my Discord server a few months ago, worked with them very heavily, made them work with each other very heavily, and we only had one person drop out the entire time. Only one person quit out of this like 7, 8, 9 person group. I don't even know how many people there are. But it was amazing, and I'll show you guys just how confident some of these people are getting and the knowledge they have. And yeah, they're just like you, they're just like me, they're trying to grow, they're trying to learn. They're not ever going to be like, I'm a pro, make sure you guys follow everything I do or say. They're not going to be like that. But they are at a spot where they can give you good information, just kind of repeat what's going on at the chart, and that's really what I wanted to get them into, was a routine of things. And I want to start applying that to the entire community after seeing it work a second time in a row on a smaller group of people. So I'd love to apply this to everybody and really see who wants to take it serious. But I'd love to bring those people into the streams more, into you know, all the stuff in chat more, and I can't wait to show you guys the just basics, really. I mean, it's really just the same thing we've always been doing, except in a routine, you know, the night before, you know. And I'll just show you guys. I think y'all will be impressed. Let me go find the messages. They're really old now. Private group, where you at? Okay, so here it is. And I want to put everyone on the chat in this. But I was very serious. I even said, if you're going to be on vacation, like, let us know. Don't just go inactive. But a routine. Again, everything with what I go over is routine related. You know, too many times in the stock market, you see people just say, hey, follow my signals. But they'll never give you a direction. It's like, what the F, dude? Like, give me some help. So in this, I gave everybody kind of a just brief, you know, kind of vague. I mean, I say vague, but there's a ton of typing here. But vague explanations on like what to expect from yourself each day, you know. So the day before, the night before, the morning of the market, for you early birds who like to wake up super early, there's a few people like that in chat. You know, have your charts ready, have everything cleaned up, have your supply demand done, your list should be done. You shouldn't be adding things to it afterwards. You know, you can add notes to it, I'm sure. Make sure to review once you're done of, you know, the channels. Once you're done with your own routine, make sure to check the few channels we post in every single day, every single week, you know, and then get rest or be ready for the market, you know, depending on what time it is. And then 30 to 45 minutes before the market opens, list needs to be done. Tickers, levels, stop losses, targets, everything. Have some hydration ready for you. I made sure to include that. Review, again, a couple channels from the chat. Make sure you have every bit of information you need, whether it's news or levels or something, you know, having top watches. And then make sure to say hi. Spread that positive energy. During market hours, focused on taking setups we practice, visualize over and over, check out these couple channels for context. Again, these lead you to literally how we trade live trades and not live trades. Charting as you like and reviewing the markets, check announcements for stream schedule. If I'm not streaming, I'm in chat typing, and so is everyone else. Make a rule list. Don't overtrade. Don't take setups you haven't been practicing. You wouldn't go out in public and pretend to know French trying to flirt with the French chick. You would look dumb. So don't take setups you don't practice or have confidence in. You'll look dumb. You also lose a lot of money. It won't just be you'll look dumb. It'll hurt more because you lost. You'll lose and be mad over doing a dumb, simple mistake. If you finish early or hit your limit in either direction, just chill and wait to review later on. After market closes, review how SPY or the market did for the day with the levels. Left to right review. Truly give yourself the story of what happened that day. Again, you guys hear me say this sentence probably 100 times a day. Review your own trades. Rate them, what you could have done better, and what you did that you were proud of. So cover the bads and cover the positives. Maintenance time, very important. You can remove the bigger time frame levels and make yourself redraw everything if you were trying to go hard and practice like crazy, which is cool. Just don't overdo yourself and be tired. Clean off all smaller time frame levels and supply and demand areas we drew the night before, and then get them ready again for the next day. Again, and then it kind of loops back around back to here again. Then it starts over. You go through it again, loops back around, starts over again, loops back around. So it's a great routine to just kind of follow, to have set for yourself. And you should have something similar to this. What else? This one. And then this was me like kind of getting onto everyone, just making sure everybody was on the same page. Yo, if you're going to be in the private group, we need to set something straight. Blah, 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 blah. Read the pinned messages. We are here to grow, not fall back. And then me covering a bunch of just simple rules that they should kind of keep in their minds. They should, whether they have this written down in front of them or not, doesn't matter. You need to have these in your head. These need to be things that you remember. Growing with methods we go over every day. We have a systematic approach to the market. Stop straying away from it. Why would you practice this method we trade or method you trade and then step away from it? You make this simple mistake. Well, yeah, duh. You stop trading how you practice. So, of course, you're going to be making a mistake, right? Write down some rules you personally need to stick by. Review more. Just because you joined stream does not mean you reviewed. Actually go back and tell the story of what happened. See, you see me saying it again. I'm very serious about that. Being able to visualize the chart, read what's happening in front of you, and make sense of it. It's a lot to do in a quick sense. So over time, you need to practice so it can become a quicker thing to you, a one-look thing. And compared to how you planned beforehand with the levels, then a second time to review what entry styles could have been taken advantage of, also helping you grow your vision for those higher probability setups. Again, not just reviewing stream, but also reviewing the levels, how the story of the chart happened, and then also going back again a second time and just reviewing, all right, what entry styles happened here, what exit happened here, what was what, just reading everything again. Stop trading same days every single day. Every single trade, it should not be a same day. I see a lot of you guys do that. Stop that. You're hurting yourself. Stop trading. Now, what's a good combat to this? Going into a next day, going into the next week, getting a better strike. If it's too expensive, don't trade it. Just visualize it. It's okay. Stop trading multiple contracts if you still need to grow with just one. I see a lot of people skip this. This is probably the biggest thing everyone does, including me. I mean, a lot of people do this. Is the staircase method exists, so use it and take your time. So why would you it kind of ties in with this one too. I would say this point and this point are almost the exact same, but a little different. So they're the exact same because it again touches the point. Why would you do something you don't practice or have confidence in? Again, it's okay that you don't have confidence in it yet. You haven't practiced it. Okay, let some time go by. Let some review go by first. But it also doesn't make sense because let's say in the beginning you see Joey. Joey's killing it. Joey's making $1,000 a day. You want to be like Joey really bad. But you're only making, $20-$30 here or there. You're not even every day, just here or there, right? It discredits you. You feel like shit. You're like, damn, Joey's killing it. I'm slow. He's smart. I'm dumb. It makes you feel like shit. But just remember, he's at a farther part of the staircase method you are. He's probably on like step 28. You're on step like 3. So you need to be waiting on getting confident and getting really good at taking the trade to the first target or stopping out. Just doing that very initial part of the trade, right? With one contract. Bam. Do that for a very long time. Then as your confidence and knowledge grows, as all of this kind of comes together, then you can get into multiple contracts. Then you can take most profits at the first target, aim for one contract to make it to your next target. Get really good at that. Then the next step, then the next step, the next step. And slowly over time, you'll be having more contracts, making it to further targets. or not. You know, sometimes it doesn't make it that far, and you end up cutting all of it right there. So just think about that. But stop walking away from plays and just accept the big loss. And just accepting the big loss. Oh, sorry, that was all one point. Stop walking away from plays and accepting the big loss, the big pain, the big L. You know, accept it. You know, just see it, walk away from it, come back, review it, but do not ignore it. Never ignore what you did. You need to know what you did. As painful as it is, you need to know what you did wrong. Sometimes you already know the answer. A lot of the time, you already know the answer. You just want to ignore it. So be real with yourself is really what that point should say. Stop over trading. Stop being greedy. Be more patient. Less is more. So just remember these very basic things. These rules are so simple and they're so effective. You know, in your head, you're probably like, "Oh, this guy's just saying it because it's vague." You know, this is shit anybody online says. And yeah, it is, but nobody sticks to it. So stick to these simple yet effective rules. But I hope a lot of this resonates in some of you. I hope some of you guys take away from this, because these are some of the best rules ever. Alright, back to chat, see if I missed anything. Looks to be good. You guys are funny. Oh god, I feel like I just like talked for like 5 hours straight, but it's only been an hour and like 40 minutes. No problem, Dividend Bull. No, it's gonna be for everyone, Dan. It's really just gonna be me reposting everything. It's not even really gonna be like you're gonna see any difference in chat. I just want to put everyone on the same vibe. But essentially, though, if you want to go ahead and practice Dan and anybody listening, a lot of what I made a lot of these people do was in the morning they have to post their levels. So you have to do the 5-minute previous day high supply, the 5-minute previous day low demand. Have that all good. Have your BB system levels ready. Have your TA routine levels ready. Like all that's out of the way. In the morning, you need to have everything set, ready to go, ready to plan, ready to have in a list, and then create a list. You know, have SPY on your list, have whatever tickers you like, and that's it. Bam. Focus on those for the day. Then you can go review those, review what kind of entries happened. During the day, though, this is kind of the second step of everything. You need to be either updating in chat to yourself, just taking notes, whatever part of the process you're in. You know, if that means you're typing in chat, updating people openly, or you're just kind of sticking to yourself, being comfortable, just trying to grow silently. That's totally fine. No one cares, trust me. Focus on you. That's what everyone wants you to do. Once you get past that, then at the end of the day, after all your updates, blah, 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 consuming what happened on the day, so now you have your before, you have your during, and now I'm about to talk about the after. Now you need to talk about the story of the chart, what happened, breakdown. Okay, from open, this is what we did. We opened higher, we pulled back the previous day high, we did a bullish engulfing, we pumped up, we made a new high, blah, blah, blah. Here's a 40% entry, here's an 80% entry, here's a lead test, here's a buy the dip. Cover all that. Cover all that, left to right on the chart. I don't care how long that takes you. Some of you it might take you 5 seconds, some of you might take 50 minutes, who knows. But take your time. Be comfortable. That is the most important aspect of all of this. Be comfortable. As soon as you feel, you're probably doing something wrong, or you're getting into a part of something that you haven't practiced a whole lot yet, and that's totally fine. But at least you're getting the information of like, hey, I need to practice that more. Oh my God, I need to go over that more. And then I won't be so shaky on that. I won't be so hesitant. And also don't think, oh, if I practice that one more time, or if I practice that 2 or 3 more times, I'm going to be perfect on it. Don't set expectations for yourself. Have goals, but don't set expectations where you're like, oh, I'll just do this 2, 3 more times and I'll be good. No, you don't know that. It might take 20, 30 more times for all you know. So don't set expectations for yourself that are unrealistic or honestly just kind of shots in the dark. You're kind of just aiming at nothing. So focus. Just focus on some simple stuff. But if you want to go ahead and already do what a lot of my private group does, go ahead and do that. And none of them pay to be in there. They were handpicked. I made sure they were okay with it beforehand, and none of them spoke a word about it. I've been the only person who's revealed anything about the groups. So that's really been really good, keeping things quiet, hoping people don't think I'm choosing favorites, because I'm definitely not. I just chose people that I thought would be in a positive mindset to be in this kind of thing. So I'm going to start doing this, but it's not going to be like in a set channel or anything. I'm just going to start streaming all this stuff. So when we go over it from here on out, you'll just see me on stream going over it. We don't talk about Fight Club. I mean MM. I didn't say the name, Taylor. What the heck? Nah, it's funny. It's okay, Taylor. Y'all can reveal it all now. MM, it stands for Masterminds. That was the group we did. It stands for Masterminds Group. That was the second private group I've ever done. I did one a long time ago in which the people that were in it were people like Username, Leland, JBake. Some of the best traders in chat were a part of the first group. First little private group. So hopefully the second little private group will also emerge the same over time, but no rush, of course. I didn't either. Oh. But yeah, and honestly, it's funny too, because I started making my private group stop posting in that private group, and more I've been kind of making them post in the open part of chat, and you've been seeing the effect of it too. Jack, Taylor, Green Candlestick, Misi, Jazz, I say Leland, but Peoples, Dondu, all these people have not just been posting better, but it's been like almost like an effect on people. It's like, wow, like I see Jack posting this, I see Taylor posting this, I see this guy posting, I see Green posting this, and it's like almost all the same stuff. So like it creates like an energy for other people to be like, oh my God, like I can do that too. I can also do that. And you'll see, none of these people are looking for attention. None of these people have a bias, and none of these people have an ego involved with any of this. They're not posting and going, hey, give me attention. No, they're posting and saying, hey, if you want to use this, awesome. This is some great information I'm posting. If you want to use it, you can. If you don't, also cool. They don't care. They're just posting to post. They're posting for themselves more than anything. But in a sense, it's also helping other people. So if you guys can aim towards that direction, I genuinely believe there's nothing in this world that can stop you except you. You are the only thing in your way. And of course, time. We can't ignore time as an aspect either. That's definitely gonna take time. We've been exposed. It has helped me seeing their post. I'm glad to hear that, Teresa. So I think I am going to make. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do it all on stream though. I'll just make sure it's all open and out there.
The gold name in Discord, huge improvement. Oh, having like no having no OG role. Yeah, that needed to be deleted. I don't think anybody was too annoyed by that either. I think the only people who got annoyed were some of the, which it's okay if you're an attention seeker. Just don't be so aggressive about it. Don't be so egotistical about it. It's okay though if you want to be seen. That's okay. It's when you want to be seen and you're forcing people. It's like, what the heck? You sound like a terrorist. um, but yeah, that needed to be deleted. That was like glory hunting. Which, if you guys don't know what I mean by that, in World War II, a lot of pilots in Japan had way better planes than American pilots, and they almost ruined themselves trying to kill us all. They would send pilots like without gas, basically, to kill some other American pilots, and it was literally called glory chasing or glory hunting because they would go out there trying to get respect, but they were willing to risk their lives for it. So it was pretty much useless. They were willing to risk their lives to achieve knocking down one more pilot in a battle that didn't matter. And so a lot of the Japanese generals would call this glory hunting or glory chasing. That's why I call it that. I'm really big into World War II. But it's the same exact thing, though. You know, I'll see people. It's not just people in our chat. When I say this stuff, there's also people just around our chat who aren't even like a part of it entirely. Like people who are just in chat but not a member yet. But you'll see it though. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want you to see everything they do, which is great. But then they want to be quiet when they're not doing so good. And it's like, well, you want to be seen when you're doing good, but not when you're doing bad. That's kind of a weird standard. Maybe stop posting so much. You know, maybe just focus on you for a while first and then get into that. You know, that's one thing. And I see that with a bunch of people, with this group, without this group. You know, I see it in a bunch of people. And I don't think it's like a negative thing. Use it to your advantage, if anything. But don't force people to be like, yo, make sure you're looking at what I'm doing, or don't feel bad about it. You know, I promise you, people are just focused on themselves. So don't beat yourself up too much. But I see that in a few people, and I just wanted to say that out loud. You're not crazy. You're very normal, and it's okay. But guys, how about this push? We are almost to 450 after the hold of previous day highs. So let's get like some opinions here for real. Like I really do want some help with this. I don't want to have to think about this too much longer. If I was to do a like the private group stuff, but more open to where the whole server sees it, should I create a small category of channels where there's a channel for like where everyone should see things, and then like an explanation channel, or should we just do it all in the normal part of chat? And maybe I'll just rename a couple channels. Because I'd like to have, you know, trade floors where everyone can talk. That's a good vanilla channel. The voice chat, of course, we can work on that. But pre-market plans, I would love to have a channel for that where people are posting beforehand. Trade floor can be kind of the during the day kind of channel. And then afterwards, we can post everything in results in review. So maybe maybe we don't need to add any channels. We'll do post charts. Everybody needs to post their pre-market plans and post charts from now on. On trade floor, this is where you can update anything you've posted in that post charts channel. And then at the end of the day, if you have anything just to go over, it doesn't have to be because you traded it. Go to the results and review channel. You can circle entry styles that may have happened that you didn't take, that you were just kind of getting a mental rep on. You could go over just notable things on the chart that happened that day, telling the story of the chart, just a review of what happened that day, and we could put those in results in review. So maybe we'll do it like that. And that, again, does everything without having to add too much more. Yeah, I'm kind of on that page with what Misi just said. Because, yeah, that is a lot of extra channels, and I am tired of adding channels. I've actually been deleting some slowly over time. Trying to, like, consolidate the chat. Come on, Spy. 450. 450, 450, 450, 450, 450. 7 cents. 7 cents. 3 cents. 3 cents. 3 cents. Come on. 50 cents. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Oh, my time in sales is messed up. I was like, what the heck's going on here? There we go. It's like they got there and now nobody wants to be the guy that pushes 450 first. Nobody wants to get left at the top. Everybody's selling at 83. 82. If you see that number go down, it's going to pull back more. I don't go over this stuff too much because it confuses people, and it's honestly not as helpful as people think. Yeah, that's probably reversing. They didn't get over 83 on the bid. If they do, though, that'd be impressive. It's about tracking patterns. Like if you see like 85 cents pop up, or if you see 83 cents pop up a lot, which I did right there, then you instantly know in your head, like, okay, they need to get past that. So if you see more orders continue under that, see now you see more 83s, 85s, 87s. Now you know a new high can definitely come now because they're trying to increase the orders and where they're buying them at. Also, looking for random numbers, like if you see like that one right there. Oops, stop. That number is at 449.80 something, but they got 1,293. That's a good random order because that's essentially somebody just hitting the bid. They don't care about what they're getting. They don't care about anything. They're just getting in to get in. They're just hitting the bid, just buying as much as they can or selling as much as they can. So it's really good to look out for weird numbers too. Weird numbers all stack up together. 1262 at 0.7. You can see 83, 85, 87 cents. Again, becoming a resistance on the price action. Still fighting that 85. So you just have an indecisive high right now. On this breakout, though, like when this closed higher and they started pushing this, you probably saw all kinds of numbers here. Not just 200, 300, 700, 500. You're probably seeing all kinds of numbers there because a new high was being made. People do that. They see that. They get in on the resistance break, and they just get in to get in. They don't care if they're getting in with 200 orders or 1,500 or 872 or 624. You know, they don't care how many they're getting. They're getting in to get in because they know they're not going to be in that long, and they have a high conviction rate in their trade. So... but don't focus on too much of that. That's really a big thing you guys should look at if you're a scalper. I really wouldn't focus on that too much if you're just kind of watching the charts to learn. It's something you should look at later on. Done for the day. Thanks, Bueller, for the stream. Thank you, Sylvia, for tuning in. Friendly reminder, the top of that bearish gap from the daily on SPY, which is where we just made another new high of day. Let me pull that up. Yeah, here it is. Good looks, Taylor, breaking that down. We talked about that on, what was that, Monday? You brought it up. I brought it up. A few people in chat brought it up. So it was really good to kind of talk about that. And I feel like since then, I've seen more people talk about it. So that's good. Hopefully we're getting people on the same levels. But good looks, though. We did just make that new high right there. What she's referring to the fib we have. If I could zoom in correctly. They keep doing this to me. If I could zoom in. If you take the fib from the recent high to the recent dip where they finally slowed down and caught on the bid. We finally moved up to here. Slowed down. Bearish kicker. People started turning super bearish. Indecisive candle. Higher open. So in a sense, candlestick-wise, this is super bullish. Positioning-wise, they still need to take a little bit more ground. That's what Taylor was getting at. That, yes, even though we've made good ground, we still need a little bit more. But that's something we covered on Monday, so it's good to, like I said, kind of with my storytelling of the chart, it's good to cover something beforehand having a set plan, and then during, dropping as many updates as you can as the chart moves and new information comes out, new levels are broken, and then afterwards getting a review on it. We're still kind of in the update of that story, but still. 57 likes, 57 viewers. Oh, yours is off then. Mine says 57 viewers, 62 likes. Here, I'll show you mine. And this is like, what I read is that this is how many people have clicked on it. So like, this could be like 90 people who clicked it twice, or this could be like 160 people and then like 20 of those people clicked it twice, something like that. So yeah. Which I don't know what our biggest viewed stream is. I think it's one of my old ones, like one of our first ones when I first started blowing up. Because there was that one week we had like Zach Morris shout me out. We had PJ Matlock follow us. We had like, we had a ton of people shouting us out. I had Joseph Burns follow me. We had all these guys on Twitter follow me. It was weird. We had a crazy week that week. I think that was my most viewed stream. Yeah, 1.7k views. That was a crazy stream. I remember that day because we had like almost 1,000 people in there. That was a mind-blowing stream. If you know, you know. Trust me, I appreciate the streams that have 60 people in them. I do not want those 1,000 people streams again. That was wild AF. I am more than happy to be with this more smaller knit group. This is a lot better. I feel like I trade better with you guys when it's this group than when there's a ton of people here. Yeah, the amount of people that flooded Discord too, that was crazy. I mean, we went from like under 3k members to almost 4k people in chat like within a month. That was crazy. $450 long straddle end of September expiration placed. You do a lot of spreads, Jason? It's definitely not a bad one. Yo, I just noticed what PayPal did today. Nobody said anything. And if you did, I just didn't see it. Let's go, dude. I've been in Leap since this candle. I got in dumb early, and I did not average down at all. My Leaps are for 2025, though. That's another reason I didn't want to add to the position. Square went the other way. I don't like Square as much as PayPal though. Like when everyone's always like, these are the same company. No, they're not. One of them has a complete control of the payment processing part of the world, and the other one doesn't. They're not the same thing. They might be a same setup type company, but they are not even close to the same thing. I hate when people say that because it's like, I don't know. It's like saying like Apple and AT&T are the same thing. It's like, yeah, they're both phone companies, but like, no, they're not the same thing at all. So that's kind of how they are. Yes, I'm big into playing the Greeks. Ooh, Jason, that's awesome, man. Have you ever checked out Tin Man or any of his old posts or information on my channel? And if so, you could always add your own information to the chat as well. But how long have you been trading spreads though? That's pretty interesting, man. Very happy to hear that too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like what you got going. But that's awesome, man. I'm very happy to hear that. See, Jason has been in here for a while too, and I don't think I've ever seen him impose the way he trades on other people. He comes in here, has a great mindset, and still trades how he wants to. Doesn't get uncomfortable with, you know, me talking about this and him not talking about that, you know, who cares? Dude's here to vibe. Square went the other way. Yeah, I saw the chart move. I was like, damn. DE kept going, but I'm still not really mad about that because I took profit when it pushed out and then it came back down. So that was like 50-50 to enter a new position here or to hold my old position. So I'm really not mad about that one. Would I have made more money? Yeah, duh. Am I going to cry about it though? Nah. This has moved up from my mention. Still kind of waiting for more price action on that. Roku, I think, invalidated. I was telling you guys that this was trying to potentially hold a higher low for a bounce. They wicked the top area of supply, broke under. Since the close of this candle, it's been validated for more bears to step in. Now what you're looking for is to see, can they hold a higher low from here, or are they going to break this? I don't think I said anything new for McDonald's. I think I just said the other day I was kind of annoyed that we missed this one, but I'm not really annoyed because I didn't get a signal. This isn't really a signal to me. This is a hammer, but it's not a high or low. It's just them going up, so I was glad to miss that one. EMPH, I'm starting to like this one a lot more because it's not just a hammer here. There's actual consolidation here now, but also in a sense this might dip more, so I might wait. But if it gets a small pop here, we can't freak out, be like, oh, we missed the move. No, because it's probably not done. We could definitely see it dip down to 110, see if the 105, 106 area holds, and then see if we can get a better buy down here. But if we miss it, we won't cry about it. What else did I cover? I covered coin. We were short-term bearish on that. I like it if they get over 85, but they're struggling. We had a short-term dip since then. DG I like a lot too. This is another one I'm just kind of waiting on. What else? Neo. I'm not even in that anymore. BA. What's that chart look like? Oh, this was when we shorted it. So last time I touched this chart, it was like back here. We shorted from this this candle to this candle. I think we sold like here, and then they made a higher low or a lower high, rejected. Same resistance from that lower high, rejected, and now they're just down more against support. So actually, probably can't look at shorting this again yet. We need to look at probably going long very soon. So I'll be looking at that general area. Nothing on ABBV. We were short-term bearish on this. It did everything we said it was going to do, and then I stopped covering it. But since then, they've made it from here. They've held a good higher low, and they've made it back to where we were earlier. Again, this one's been pretty fun if you guys have been here the past few months because Daffy's been going over this crazy, and I've been trying to cover it as much as I can to help people. But he did a really good job covering this. He was bullish, then he was bearish, and then I haven't seen him cover it again yet. But he was bullish, bearish at the perfect times. Like, dude literally covered that chart perfectly. J&J, they're up against resistance. Probably see a slowdown. I've been waiting on UNH to move too. I mean, you guys have seen me pull this chart up every day this week, and they have not moved. So really just keeping an eye on that one. But that one loves to do long consolidation periods, and then it loves to make huge moves. Exxon, super old mention. I talked about this on the weekly time frame a long time ago. But we talked about this short-term trend trying to break back up, and they did for a second, brought it back down, and then they held it one more time. That was the last time before they made a bullish kicker over a long-legged doji, a higher low for a bull flag on the weekly, and now they're back against the high. So very impressive recovery by ExxonMobil. Nothing new on them, just a continuation. Berk B always going up, of course. Netflix, I was starting to turn bullish on that, and then it went to the top of range, and then it rejected, and then it came back down super fast. So now we're kind of back in limbo mode on that one. We were short-term bullish, then we were short-term bearish. Missed it this time, so now we're just kind of waiting to see what happens next. But I do like the risk reward for longs as long as that 400 holds. Meta, I won't cover those. We'll go back down to the smaller time frame. Come on. Kind of curious again from today's open down to these two levels that we have here. They could also hold over that and make a higher low. They don't have to go down to previous day high again like they did here. They could hold it either of these areas. And again, just leaving a highlighted area, it's not really a zone necessarily, but it is at the same time because you're going from your today's pivot point at today's open down to the two bigger time frame levels that price is trying to hold. They tried to reject from here, retook it. So the question is now, can they hold it as support? So you could honestly do a fib from the open up to the high. And if they can hold this, that's a good midterm retest. If not, though, and they break that, they're probably coming down to test the full term retest. So keep that in mind, everybody. I know it's a lot to look at, but give it a little bit. I love how much you guys will DM me because it like kind of shows you have some sort of trust in me a little bit. I never take that trust for granted though. I always make sure I cover everything I can. Also trying not to be sketch. I don't want people to DM me and think I'm like selling info or something or like weird things in the DM. Like no, I'm merely just helping people, and I never create impossible expectations or realities for people either. I'll never be like, well, you need to do this or that. You know, I will always give someone a place of stability, at least a little bit. You know, looking at this stuff, it can be very overwhelming. Ooh, good job, Burok. How you doing, man? I did see some of your trades. I always try to review your stuff after my streams because I'm like in the middle of streaming. But I'll look now because why not? I'm just chilling. But I always review usernames, yours, and then I kind of just go through the rest of chat and make sure I catch up to everybody. I like to make everyone feel like I've at least read what they've posted. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring them. Oh, that's right. You had posted Tesla as well. UPST. Oh, I know you like UPST, man. That bigger time frame is consolidating its ass off. I was looking at that the other day. Right here. Consolidating hardcore. SPY, Tesla, UPST, Etsy, all paid. Oh, wow. So you were in all four. Nice. Covered the base build. You covered the double bottom that happened on that smaller time frame. The bag clothes. Yo, sick job on Spy, especially Burok. I love the visuals you do too. Some people might be confused by them, but I know what you're going for. You already have all your stuff set. What's the point of explaining it all? You know, it's like this is what I'm looking for, or it breaks. That's it. Like it's just bam. This is it. I like that. Some people it might annoy, but honestly, I don't know why or how. It's vague, straight to the point. You know, I feel like that channel is for people who are already seasoned with the levels. You know, if you're new, I don't think I'd be checking that channel, just because you don't know what you're looking at yet. But if you're not new, that's a great channel to check because you're not having to. You're able to skip steps. You don't have to hear Burok break down everything. He's just posting this is what he's looking for, or it breaks. You know, that's it. Nothing else to it. I like that. It's just straight to the point. I like these lower highs in the 1 minute, but we're holding the 9 everywhere. Not one red candle on the Yum 15 minute. Oh yeah, how did that go? Oh, clearly it went amazing. You are a badass, man. Good job, man. You talked about it, and I didn't get into it or anything, but good hold here, good higher open, and then you get another higher open. They broke this resistance. They're making it to the gap fill. They're even going to try and fill part of that gap fill. They could still have another 60, 70 cents in store for them. Very, very good job, man. Kick-ass job, Green. Green is another one of my private guys. I'll have to do a video or something for the private group to kind of show everyone what happened and everything, and then maybe people have a better story of it. Because I don't expect everyone to watch today's stream and instantly understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, EMPH is killing it, Sandollar. Still holding that base. I'm still watching it. I'm not ignoring it. Alright guys, I think I am going to end the stream here. I didn't even realize we went past 10:30, but very happy about the kind of extra long stream yesterday. We had a little bit of just a normal size stream today, and then we have full day Friday stream tomorrow, in which we'll have me. Possibly we'll have the Nerdy Bicep in the voice chat for a little bit. We'll possibly have Peoples, Dondu, maybe Jack. We'll have a couple other people maybe join in. Maybe we'll do a cool segment toward the end of the stream where I bring someone from the stream in and just kind of do a quick one-on-one with them or something. I don't know, something cool. I also want to try to give more memberships out, but not tomorrow. I want to do it next Friday. I have a set thing for that. So next Friday I'll be giving out free memberships. Anything else I need to think of before I leave? Let's see, let me pull up this and make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I think we're good. Make sure you guys are voting in polls messages as well. It's okay if there's a couple days where votes die off. I get it. You don't feel like checking this every day, but it's a good general thing that helps us view like how good or bad everyone may be doing. So when you go to vote on this, it's not necessarily just like green, red, didn't trade. It's also just thinking like, did you stick to your plan? Did you not stick to your plan? Or did you trade at all? So maybe think about it like that too. It's not just about did you do good or not. Also about did you stick to your plan. I just realized Kai was an option. Why didn't I vote that? Oh, it won't change. No. Okay, well, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for the Thursday stream. I'll see you tomorrow for full day Friday. Tune into the Discord if you just want to have a chat full of people to jump into. I mean, there's a lot of great people in here. It's just mainly updates, people having fun with each other. Middle of the day, they start to jerk around a little bit more, but it's okay. But yeah, check all this stuff out. Lots of really cool people in here. Boo Rock, Rambo, D-Touch, Misi. Fantastic John's pretty cool. Chuck's alright. What's up, Mike? Bunch of cool people in here, though. But yeah, see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for the stream, and I'll see you tomorrow for full day Friday.